Kevin Costner's life story is not just about Hollywood success. It is a journey shaped by perseverance, personal loss, creative risk, and an unwavering belief in storytelling. Born on January 18, 1955, in Lynwood, California, Costner grew up in a modest working-class household. His father worked physically demanding jobs, including ditch digging and later working with utilities, while his mother was a social worker who carried the emotional weight of helping others. Their family lived modestly, balancing daily life between stability and uncertainty. Before Kevin was born, tragedy had already touched the family. His middle brother died shortly after birth, leaving behind a silent grief that deeply affected his parents. That loss made his father more protective and his mother more emotionally reserved. Kevin grew up sensing this quiet sorrow, which later shaped his emotional depth as an actor. His childhood was marked by frequent moves because of his father's job. The constant relocation forced him to adapt quickly to new environments. He was not known as the most outgoing or athletic student, but he developed a strong interest in writing, music, and storytelling. These creative outlets helped him process his emotions and imagine a future beyond his surroundings. After graduating from California State University, Fullerton, with a degree in marketing and finance, Costner chose what seemed like a stable and practical path. He began working in a corporate job, following the expectations placed on him as a responsible young adult. However, the routine quickly felt suffocating. He realized that while the job provided security, it did not fulfill his creative desires. Costner's personal life has been equally complex. He married his college sweetheart, Cindy Silva, in 1978. Together they had 3 children. During the peak of his career, the demands of fame and constant travel placed strain on their relationship. After 16 years of marriage, they divorced in 1994 in one of Hollywood's most expensive settlements at the time. Despite the separation, they remained committed to co-parenting their children. In the mid-1990s, Costner had a brief relationship with Bridget Rooney, which resulted in the birth of his son, Liam. Costner accepted responsibility and maintained a supportive relationship with his child, choosing to handle the situation privately and respectfully. In 2004, he married model and designer Christine Baumgartner. They built a family together and had 3 children. For nearly 2 decades, their relationship appeared stable and deeply rooted in family life. However, in 2023, the couple divorced after 19 years of marriage, leading to another public and emotional chapter in Costner's life. Despite the separation, he continued focusing on being present in his children's lives. Costner also shared a meaningful professional and personal bond with Whitney Houston during the production of The Bodyguard. He strongly supported her casting and helped her transition into acting. After Houston's death in 2012, Costner delivered a deeply emotional tribute at her funeral, reflecting their mutual respect and friendship. Now in his 70s, Costner continues to work while managing the physical challenges that come with age. Years of performing stunts and enduring demanding filming conditions have left lasting effects on his body. Nevertheless, he remains dedicated to his craft, often pushing through pain to maintain authenticity in his performances. Throughout the early 1990s, he continued his success with films such as Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, JFK, and The Bodyguard, where he starred alongside Whitney Houston. The Bodyguard became a global phenomenon, generating huge box office success and producing one of the best-selling soundtracks of all time. However, success did not last without challenges. Costner faced significant setbacks with ambitious projects like Waterworld and The Postman. Both films were heavily criticized and struggled financially. The negative media attention damaged his reputation, but he continued working, eventually returning to smaller, more character-driven stories. In 2003, Costner directed and starred in Open Range, which helped rebuild his credibility as a filmmaker. Later in his career, he experienced a major resurgence with the television series Yellowstone, where he portrayed John Dutton, a ranch owner struggling to protect his family and land. The show became one of the most watched cable dramas in the United States and introduced Costner to a new generation of viewers. In addition to acting, Costner pursued a long-held dream by developing Horizon, an American saga, a large-scale Western project he had envisioned for decades. He invested millions of his own money into the production, demonstrating his continued commitment to storytelling despite financial risks. A turning point came during a flight home from his honeymoon in 1978, when he met renowned actor Richard Burton. During their conversation, Costner admitted his secret ambition to become an actor. Burton encouraged him, offering simple but powerful reassurance. That brief interaction inspired Costner to leave his stable job and pursue acting, despite having no guarantee of success. The early years in Hollywood were extremely difficult. He worked various labor jobs to support himself while attending acting classes and auditioning. Rejection became a constant part of his life. He appeared in small projects that often led nowhere. At one point, he was cast in the film The Big Chill, but his scenes were cut before release. Instead of giving up, he continued improving his craft and building connections in the industry. His breakthrough finally came in 1985 with the Western film Silverado. The movie introduced him to wider audiences and established him as a promising actor. Over the next few years, Costner quickly became one of Hollywood's most recognizable stars. Films like The Untouchables, Bull Durham, and Field of Dreams showcased his ability to portray sincere, grounded characters. Field of Dreams, in particular, became iconic for its emotional storytelling and lasting cultural impact. By 1990, Costner decided to take a major creative risk by directing and starring in Dances with Wolves. Many studios doubted the project because of its length and use of Native American language. Costner invested his own resources and refused to compromise his artistic vision. The film became a massive success, winning 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director, and transforming Costner into one of the most respected figures in Hollywood. Financially, Costner has built substantial wealth through acting, directing, producing, and ownership of creative projects. His net worth is estimated to be between $250 million and $300 million. He owns large properties, including a working ranch in Aspen, Colorado, where he spends much of his time. Unlike many celebrities, he prefers a grounded lifestyle focused on family, nature, and personal reflection. Beyond entertainment, Costner has supported charitable causes, including disaster relief, Native American communities, environmental protection, and veterans organizations. His contributions often occur quietly, without public attention. Kevin Costner's life reflects the complexity of success. He experienced global fame, professional failures, personal heartbreak, and creative triumphs. Rather than avoiding hardship, he repeatedly rebuilt himself through resilience and dedication. His story demonstrates that true legacy is not measured only by achievements, but by persistence, responsibility, and the willingness to continue creating despite uncertainty.